Okay, let's see if this is working. Mic is on, webcam is on. Okay, hope the one person who signed up for this is here. This is my first experience in using Expertise TV, which is something that you can use as well. And I'll get to that at the end of this presentation. My name is Rose Guccione, and I am principally an artist. I'm an opera singer. I sang for a major opera company for about 20 years. I continue to sing and perform around the Chicago area. I've been overseas, singing in France, in Italy, in South Africa, and here in the United States. Here principally in Chicago and some in New York. I've been around for a while. So why am I doing this webinar on getting your free things to set up your business? When I was taking voice lessons, and there are several people that have helped me become the artist that I am, and I stand on their shoulders. At one point, I was reaching the age where I was expiring out of being able to enter into competitions. And I thought, what do I do next? And my voice teacher at the time said, "You have a fine brain. Why don't you teach?" And the thing that came up when she said that was, well, I want to be able to give my students more than voice lessons. I want to be able to tell them what to do, how to have a career, how to use the training that you've acquired as an artist and implement that. And I just don't know how to do that just yet. Well, that interaction kind of haunted me for 10 years. And the thing is that I had become an artist without a college degree. And I went back to school and finished a bachelor's degree. I graduated summa cum laude, honor scholar, and I had been teaching before that because I pretty much did the artist thing old school, like 50, 70 years ago, what people would do, and that would be to go to individual teachers and have one-on-one training versus being part of a group and getting training that way and having just one half-hour voice lesson a week. I learned a tremendous amount, though, going back to school, especially as someone who had the career. And as an honor scholar, opting for those extra courses, I was able to pretty much suggest what I would like to study, and that was the issue of entrepreneurship for artists. So I'm now teaching as an adjunct professor at a university, and I'm presenting lectures and interactions on various instruments that are available to students. And at the end of the course, they present a business plan on what they want to do with their degree or their passion or a part of what they want to do, just to have the experience of going through the process of writing a business plan, writing a mission statement, writing a pitch, delivering the same, setting up their web presence and all of that. So I'm hoping that through entrepreneurship that I'm able to empower my students to enjoy performing, even if that union position in the chorus isn't available to them, even if they keep on being told, no, you don't have any experience, no, you don't have this, no, you don't have that. No more no's. I want them to be able to have the the power within themselves to create something. So getting to the things that I want to present to you today that are free things that you could set up for your business. The list that I'm going to give you is basically the order that you should probably set them up. Okay, first of all, a free business phone number can be found through Google. If you go to https://www.google.com/voice. There you should be able to set up a free number where it is a separate number from your personal numbers that people can reach you both by phone and by text. Again, that's Google Voice. Google Voice. If you don't have a Google account, many people do, but even before really the Voice account, you'll be signing up for a Google account when you sign up through Voice. But you should probably go ahead and sign up for Google Mail and treat that as your business. So whatever you choose for what comes on before gmail.com is kind of what you want to call your business. It could be your own name, or your last name with a company name, or in my case, it would be perhaps Operagram, because that is a company that I created back in 2006. It got a lot of attention. So visit that as well if you'd like to check that out. Get your Google email, get your Google voicemail, and then you can set up all of this behind, in your account. You can go step through the setup process to set up that account. Now, the next thing that you want to do is go to a website called wordpress.com. And when you sign up for that address, you'll have both your Google Gmail account and your Google Voice account to be able to use when signing up for wordpress.com. And then you'll want to go through all of the steps to set up the specific things that you want, including how you want which theme you want to use, what information you want to provide, how you want to populate your text, what social media networks you want to integrate with the WordPress system. I recommend setting all of that on the front end, because every time you post in WordPress, you're going to have an automatic post to those social media networks. So you're pretty much filtering everything in just by writing one post. So you don't have to go to all of those social medias and type the same thing in over and over again. This is important, especially if time is an issue. And whatever you're writing in your blog, for example, is going to populate the social media, and the social media is going to link back to that blog post that you wrote. You can, if you have time, go through and refine everything, all of those social media posts, or do them individually, or do them through something called Hootsuite, which I'll also include at the end of the lecture. But I use the paid version. I think it may be available on the free version, but that I can't hold you to. But go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Okay, so a free mailing list. If your mailing list is under 2,000 subscribers, there's a fantastic mailing list program or website called MailChimp. MailChimp.com. I use it. It's fantastic. And when you set that up, you can lead everything to your site. You can integrate all the social media with that, so then every time a newsletter goes with that, Again, it posts to all the social media networks. Boom, you're done. And it drives traffic to your subscribe page. Again, you're going to have to do a lot of work on the back end of this site, but it will be worth it. Then my recommendation would be to get a special link that in your setup you'll discover from MailChimp, and then add that to your WordPress menu. And that again is all on the back end when you go in and set all of this up. Of course, have a subscribe page. Have it lead into the form. Just use the form that's provided that you've set up through MailChimp, and have that have the form also embedded or linked to your website. You want to be able to interact with people. Okay, I don't use this appointment schedule for now anymore, but when I did, it was pretty good. The scheduling website I would recommend is Appointy, APPOINTY.com. This is where you can integrate Google. Again, Google, wow. Google, maintain your personal calendar at Google and set up to have times blocked off through your appointment system. And nobody knows what you're doing, but they know when you're available to connect with them. So you would go and set up your meeting through Appointy. You set all those systems up through Appointy. They have a free plan for $0. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the other plans, but it's something that's free and something that gets you started. And then you want to be able to have people give you money, or pay you. My recommendation would have been Cash Me. And a lot of political campaigns have been using Cash Me to raise funds. That happened, I think, in the last quarter of the election cycle. But I'm not sure that it's as known as PayPal. Well, PayPal kind of caught on to what Cash Me was doing, which has a partnership with Twitter, and came up with PayPal Me. So if you go to PayPal Me, if you already have a PayPal account, you can sign on through that. And if you have a PayPal account, you can go through all the steps in the back end to set up how people can collect your money. So, or how you can collect other people's money, rather. So, all of this is labor intensive on the front end. And again, I think that the order of these things is really important. When you have social media, if you don't have say you have like a personal Twitter account that you really don't want people to see linked to your business, well then check and see if a handle is available for your business. The same thing with Facebook when you're creating a page. You don't want people to see, for example, the struggles you're having with an aging elderly mother, for example. If you want them to just see your business, but not your personal business, I'd recommend setting up a page for your business using that same handle that you do with the other social media networks. Instagram is also a big social media thing. Twitter, obviously you have to do that. Some people use Pinterest. Again, these are all things that are pretty commonly known. But it's important also to keep up on what the people you want to reach, what are they using? And that changes over time. One question I love to ask during class is, how many people of you have heard about MySpace? And then see that all my students raise their hands. Then I ask, how many people are using it? And no hands are going up. So it's kind of important to know. It's not to say that you shouldn't sign up for MySpace if you're a musician or performing artist or a designer who has fashion shows or whatever this, I say blast the internet with everything possible, because you don't know who is looking at what when. But this is also labor intensive. So here's the thing. Perhaps you don't have the time to set these things up. Or perhaps you're a little insecure about the technical end of this and what that means. I am available to help set up those systems for you, or to meet with you one-on-one, and would like to direct you to my website, artstrep.com. artstrep.com. Please feel free to contact me through that website. And I'll be happy to meet with you, schedule an appointment with you, and use the very methods that I've outlined here to ask for payment. I will be posting, if I can figure this out, one more acknowledgement here. I'm using a platform to come to you on this webinar called expertise.tv, and I have an affiliate link that I would like to share with you, and we'll do that also through chatting. So I'm going to set just like in a boom, here is the list. I'm going to just put that on chat at the end of the webinar. One final thing. As I stand on the shoulders of geniuses in my career as an artist, as I in some ways feel that I'm giving forward the legacy that was given to me by all my teachers and mentors as an artist, and all the hand-holding and crying that they had to endure with me becoming an artist. I feel that it is important to acknowledge the people on whose shoulders I stand. There's a wonderful book, I use it in my course, called The Savvy Musician. It's targeted to musicians, but the organization of each chapter can be applied to artists beyond musicians. So David Cutler, The Savvy Musician. Another person I'd like to acknowledge in this webinar is Nicole Walters. I've been following her for over a year. She's really huge on a platform called Periscope. It's an app that people use to broadcast. And you can find her on Periscope and Twitter at Natural Nicole. She's empowering. It seems that her following is mostly women, but she's just amazing. So please check her out. She is just so generous, and she is an example of how paying it forward also pays you. So check her out. So I will put these links on before I conclude the seminar, and then you can feel free to ask any questions either here on this platform or by contacting me at artstrep.com. So let me put down this here. The Savvy Musician by Cutler. Natural Nicole. And then visit me on artstrep.com. And all of those links. Cool. Okay. Here we go. They're all in this list. So if anyone is attending, please go ahead and check out those links, open them up in your browser, copy them to your notepad, organize them in whatever way you'd like. And do feel free to contact me through ArtsTrep, operaground.com, that kind of thing. So, I would like to open up this discussion for a couple of questions. Oh, I guess I can't because I'm using the free version of this. So, if there are any questions, please contact me through the contact page at artstrep.com. It could also be looked at as ArtStrep. But as an opera singer, been through that, don't want it. So artstrep.com, feel free to hit me up for questions. All right. Rose out.